doing boom. Everybody get on the ground. My baby falling down the steps as he coming up the steps. Boom, the bullet went straight through my baby. As y'all can see, my baby about this height, my height. The bullet went straight through my baby.
You can't even be safe in your own home. So this is a serious issue.
Meanwhile, multiple neighbors also complained about the amount of gun violence in the area, pointing out bullet marks on their cars or other structures, and say someone was killed on the same block in December, and a 15-year-old boy was killed 1 block away just over a year ago.
It's pretty bad because even like kids, myself included, when we hear shots and things like that, we're numb to it. It's nothing.
Several said they want more of a police presence and some action from property management, and Bailey hopes this is the push that everyone needs.
In order to see that these type of situations are going to keep happening until something changes significantly.
I didn't know her like that, but I knew her from my bus. Sometimes I overheard things that she would discuss. Never nothing bad, disrespectful or mean, always dressed to impress. The girl stayed clean.
17-year-old Somaya Yellerdy, affectionately known as My to her family and friends, was a vibrant, loving, and outspoken young woman with a heart of gold. She had an unwavering work ethic and a genuine soul, always prioritizing her family and friends above all else. Somaya had an extraordinary ability to show up for those she loved, no matter the circumstances. Born on February 14, 2005, she was a beacon of light filled with promise and potential. Somaya was an intelligent and enthusiastic student at George Wythe High School, where she excelled academically and made friends easily wherever she went. She was known for her infectious smile, immaculate sense of fashion, and kind heart. Her mother often remarked that Somaya was created out of love, a fitting description for someone born on Valentine's Day. Somaya dreamed of becoming a pediatrician, driven by her passion for working with children. Her love for kids was evident in everything she did, whether it was volunteering to babysit for others or simply engaging with younger children. This passion for caring and nurturing those around her was a hallmark of her character. Somaya also shared an incredibly close relationship with her mother, the two of them inseparable in their bond. Tragically, Somaya had lost her father, and she often paid tribute to him on her Facebook page, reflecting the love and respect she held for him. Like most teenagers, Somaya eagerly anticipated her 18th birthday, a milestone she had long awaited. She had dreams of celebrating that special day with those closest to her. Somaya went out to a party with a few of her close friends, enjoying herself like most teenagers do at that age. After a fun night, she returned home and settled into bed. She decided to record a video for her close friends, telling them about her night and how things had gone, and posted it online. Just moments later, however, she heard a loud noise coming from downstairs. Her aunt was about to get in the shower, so Somaya, feeling curious and concerned, decided to check what was going on. Tragically, that simple decision would lead to a series of events that would forever change her life. Just before 2:30 in the morning on April 10th, 2022, Richmond police responded to reports of a person shot at the 2200 block of Afton Avenue. Upon arrival, they found an unresponsive teenage girl at the bottom of the stairwell behind the door of an apartment.
For this to happen right here, right next door, it's scary. It's very scary.
William Bailey says in his 5 years in Richmond's Belmead neighborhood, gun violence is nothing new. But Sunday's shooting, quote, hits different.
It's been a problem in the neighborhood, but this is like really, really close. This is close to home.
As Bailey lives next door to where a teen girl was shot and killed early Sunday morning. Richmond police say they were called around 2:24 a.m. to the 2200 block of Afton Avenue. Inside a home, they found a girl who had been shot and was pronounced dead at the scene. Crime Insider sources say the victim was inside when someone fired at the home.
There's no words to even express how they are feeling.
One neighbor who didn't want to go on camera and asked their voice be changed said they'd also heard gunshots a few hours earlier in the night. They add their child knew the victim but hadn't broken the news to them yet.
How do you even explain anything to someone that is like this? It's hard, especially when it's a kid.
Now, because of the victim's age, police can't release her name under state law, while the family said they didn't want to speak with media. A spokesperson for Richmond Public Schools says the victim was a 17-year-old student at George Wythe High School.
The victim was identified as 17-year-old Somaya Yellerdy, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to multiple gunshot wounds. According to a witness, there were 3 people that broke into the apartment with firearms and ordered everyone to the ground, demanding money. One of the people shot Somaya while one was on the phone talking with someone outside, and another stood watch at the door. An investigation into the case revealed a troubling background involving Somaya's mother, Akia. Akia had been in a relationship with a man named Mike. Initially, Mike and Akia were just casual acquaintances, but their bond eventually grew stronger, and they became romantically involved. This caused tension with Mike's long-term partner, who was also his baby mama. When she discovered that Mike was now seeing Akia, she began harassing her as she felt betrayed by the situation. The harassment escalated with the baby mama following them when they returned from a burial, and a confrontation ensued. She accused Mike of punching her in the face and called the police, resulting in a police report being filed. In the following months, the situation worsened when Akia began working at True Art Transportation. The baby mama, upon learning where Akia worked, attempted to have her fired by spreading rumors about her substance use. She even went as far as stalking Akia at work. Realizing the situation was spiraling, Akia sought legal protection and filed for a restraining order, but her request was denied, as there was no direct contact or threat made by the baby mama. The harassment continued, and Akia felt increasingly unsafe. She made police reports and kept records of the harassment to build a case. However, Mike was unable to stop the stalking, and things escalated further. On February 1st, 2022, the situation took a violent turn when the baby mama fired shots at Akia's home. This led to her arrest, but after being held for 20 days, she was released. Once free, she filed new accusations against Akia, alleging that Akia had been doing the same things to her, though there was no substantial evidence to support her claims. Akia's life had been consumed by this troubling situation, and despite the ongoing challenges, she continued to fight for her safety and peace of mind.
So we swept that under the rug. She kept following me, popping up at the job or whatever. Okay, let that go. So by this time, I'm trying to go get a protective order. I'm trying to go get a protective order. They denied it because she ain't say nothing to me personally. She ain't do nothing to me, so they denied it. But by this time, she got a job at my job to sabotage my job. She riding around in my parking lot. So we noticing these things. So I try to get a protective order so she can't come around me. They said she got that right. She can come when she want to come. Okay, let it go. They denied it.
Akia's boyfriend's birthday was in April, and the couple had planned a special trip to New Orleans to celebrate. They were excited about the getaway. She was fortunate to have someone stay at her house with her children while she was away. However, a few days into the trip, Akia received devastating news. Someone had broken into her home. On Mike's birthday, just before 2:30 in the morning, intruders shattered a window at Akia's house while she was gone. Somaya, who was at home with her aunt, was in her room when the break-in occurred. They heard the loud noise and believed something in the house collapsed. As Somaya got up to investigate and walked toward the stairs, a man in a mask shot her before she could reach them. She stumbled and fell down the steps, succumbing to her injuries and passing away shortly after.
The fact that they came through this window right here, this is the window that they bust. They didn't come through the door. They didn't shoot in the house. It wasn't no drive-by. It wasn't no shootout. They bust the window, climbed through the window, and maybe somebody opened the door for the other two. But for starters, they came through the window. They came through the window. Bam. Doom, 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 boom. Everybody get the ground. My baby falling down the steps as he coming up the steps. Boom. The bullet went straight through my baby. As y'all can see, my baby about this height, my height. The bullet went straight through my baby. Through this wall. From downstairs, diagonal. Boom. Went through this wall. Went through my baby. Went through this wall. Boom. Still diagonal. You can tell by the way this is going upwards.
Days after Somaya's senseless and untimely murder, hundreds of people gathered to honor her life at the United Nations Church on Richmond's South Side. Sources describe what happened as a botched home invasion. A crowded room of family, friends, and community members remembered the teen as someone who made their lives better. Speakers at the service who called for an end to the violence included Somaya's former bus driver. Members of the Southside community vowed to support her mother.
She had this energy that was infectious, and everybody gravitated towards her because of that.
Somaya Yellerdy's high school principal, friends, and family gathered mere feet from where she went to class.
She was created out of love. Her parents loved each other. Her birthday was Valentine's Day.
But her next big day, graduation, will not come. Somaya was shot dead early Sunday morning in her own home.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Richmond Public Schools Superintendent Jason Cameras is fed up, like so many others, time and time again, attending vigils to remember students.
We all have a role to play to make sure that every one of our students just gets the chance to grow up.
City Council Vice President Ellen Robertson.
I'm not happy with where we are with the level of violence and crime that we have in the city of Richmond. It is absolutely despicable.
A problem that City Hall has not yet been able to tackle.
This violence and this mess with these guns have got to cease. We got a 17-year-old baby girl lying here deceased.
If you're not a part of the solution, you are a part of the problem.
Councilwoman Robertson called for help.
So I want to say to all you young people, we need you.
For months after the shooting, Somaya's mother contacted Richmond detectives every Monday for an update and to provide information she felt could lead to an arrest. But in a subsequent interview, she said she believed Somaya's case had gone cold. She would call and leave messages, but nothing came from it. No callbacks, no additional information, nothing. As Somaya's family and friends continued to push for answers, they found comfort in the memories of her, including a purple park bench located on a corner on Afton Avenue. The bench was placed there shortly after Somaya was killed and has a picture of her, flowers, balloons, and messages.
That's my.
A purple park bench.
Somaya, that's my sweet baby, man.
It's where Akia Purnell visits often.
My sweet baby.
Remembering her 17-year-old daughter, Somaya.
It's just unreal.
It was just blocks away from this memorial on Afton Avenue, where Richmond police found Somaya shot to death in the Greystone Apartments. It happened just before 2:30 a.m. on April 10th.
They went in my house. Like, I cannot stress that part enough. The doors was locked. She was safe in her home.
Purnell was out of town at the time, but she says police detailed the grim scene inside her home. Someone breaking in, Somaya falling down the stairs after being shot.
Still feel like it's a dream and I ain't wake up yet.
A tragedy, hard to comprehend for this mother, but she says 1 month later.
Still no answers, no detective reaching back out to me. I've been calling.
Frustrations and seemingly no closer to justice. 8 News reached out to Richmond police for an update on this investigation. Their statement tonight: at this time, detectives do not have further information to share with the public, meaning for this mother, no answers for who or why as she continues to grieve.
I want justice for my baby. I don't know how God gonna move, but I know he gonna move.
To make matters even worse, the purple memorial bench created to honor Somaya's memory was stolen 2 years after her murder, causing even more heartbreak for her family and loved ones. This led her mother to reach out to both the police and local news outlets in search of answers. As of now, no one has been arrested in connection with Somaya's death, and the public remains unclear about the role of Akia's boyfriend's baby mama, who has yet to be held accountable for her murder. Rest in peace, Somaya Yellerdy.
We come and visit, we come and sit, talk about Somaya, just think about Somaya when we miss her. We feel closer to her when we on the bench.
Her mother, Akia Purnell, says the bench was a gift from a community artist to honor her late teenage daughter's life. She says she noticed it was missing in August and contacted the city and the apartment complex where it sat, but neither claimed to have moved it. The artist who created it posted about the missing bench last week in hopes of finding it. Nothing. But Purnell believes she knows who did it.
I automatically feel like I thought it was related to her death, her murder. They wanted to make me mad.
Yellerdy's case is still unsolved. Purnell says she's been providing leads to Richmond police, but feels like she's hitting a dead end.
I didn't call these police.
A spokesperson with the police department telling 8 News there are no new updates in Yellerdy's case after nearly 2 years.
I don't really know which way to turn, you know, 'cause I never had this happen to me before, so I don't know which way to turn. So it's been heavy and it's been overwhelming.
Purnell has since filed a police report about the missing bench and just hopes to get it back.
I need to report that my daughter's memorial bench has been stolen.
She now shares this message to whoever did this.
Y'all already took her. The bench, please, it could be returned. We can't get her back, but we can get the bench back. Please return my baby bench. I don't know facts, but I just predict who did it.
We're going to dispatch an officer out to you, so do not disturb anything at the scene, and an officer will be dispatched.
There's nothing in this world that I can't get through, and I really mean that. Like, yeah, I'm hurt, I'm broken, but I'm going to get through it. And it's nothing, long as I got breath in my body, my baby know that.